U.S. is the only developed country in the world that doesn't have federal paid parental leave laws, alongside New Guinea, Suriname, and some South Pacific islands. As advanced as we are as a country, we are way behind compared to the rest of the world on the issue of paid parental leave. Countries like France, Canada, Sweden, and Saudi Arabia all have their own variations of paid maternity leave systems for different lengths of time. The months following birth are extremely sensitive for a mother and baby because their health is at great risk and many developmental changes begin happening in those first few months for a child. The U.S. only has one official act that helps with medical leave, and that's the Family and Medical Leave Act, which Bill Clinton passed in 1993. It states the following: 12 work weeks of leave in a 12-month period for the birth of a child and to care for the newborn within 1 year of birth, the placement with the employee of a child for adoption or foster care, to care for a spouse, child, or parent with a serious health condition that makes the employee unable to perform his or her job, and qualifying exigency arising if the employee's spouse, child, or parent is covered by a military member on covered active duty. Many new parents can't afford to take the full 12 weeks off of unpaid leave, which requires them to go back to work early. The Seleni Institute, a not-for-profit organization devoted to women's physical and mental health specifically during pregnancy, says women who return to work prior to 6 months after giving birth are at greater risk for postpartum depression. The first year of a baby's life is crucial for their development. Therefore, it's imperative that one or both parents should be around for the new child for those milestone moments of their growth. Many countries offer a paid parental leave for a variety of different circumstances to accommodate different types of families in the world, but there's no country that does it better than Sweden. According to the Sweden Institute, parents are entitled to 480 days of paid parental leave when a child is born or adopted. The biggest difference from Sweden and other countries is that parents can use their time of 480 paid days of leave until their child turns 8 years old, and this applies to every child they have. One thing that Sweden really stresses as a country in general is gender equality. It's common to see dads in Sweden doing, quote, typical mom activities, like getting coffee and feeding their babies together. Sweden men often use the quote, men can have it all, which I found so eye-opening because in many other countries, fatherhood is valued extremely high, whereas in the United States, dads aren't really accounted for, especially when it comes to paid paternity leave. In Sweden, fathers are becoming much more important parts of the parenting picture. In fact, an NBC News article written by 2 dads living in Sweden said, "This cultural shift has become so ingrained in society that it is frowned upon for new fathers not to take extended periods of time off." The culture of equal parenting not only allows both spouses to make money, but allows them equal time to spend with their children, therefore forming a better relationship with the child from an early stage. The U.S. frequently overlooks anyone that didn't actually have the baby housed in their own body, and it is simply unfair to the millions of other parents out there. While many countries are ahead of the U.S., attitudes towards paid parental leave are starting to change among millennials. Last year, Ernst & Young conducted their global generational survey, and it found that 83% of American millennials would be more likely to join a company offering good benefits. Parents in the United States deserve a significant increase in their paid time off from work after having a baby. With the overwhelming desire for parents to get more time with their kids following birth, it's in the United States' best interest to get up to speed with the rest of the developed world because it's clearly not working and it's what deserving parents need.